Actually.
Hey guys, we're gonna demonstrate osmosis through this example right here. The one on the left is groundwater and the one on the right is the plant roots that collect water. The roots' job is to hold sugar molecules and pull in minerals and water.
The plant collects water through osmosis due to the roots retaining sugar and salt that bring in water to counterbalance this, eventually leading to more water in the plant than in the soil.
Here we have our soil. The water is going from the soil to the plant. Eventually, because of osmosis, there will be more water in the plant than the ground. Watch slowly. Notice the difference. There is now more water in the plant than the soil. Here we have our apoplast. It's how this water molecule will be traversing from one plant cell to another. It'll be traversing through this cell wall, which is depicted with this here blanket, that's a cell wall. And it'll be traveling through here. And then here we have our symplast, which will be going through the cytoplasm. We'll see which molecule goes faster. This is our first molecule, second molecule. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Further explaining the previous video, here I have an example of two cell walls right next to each other. So here, this is the path that Vincent took, going from one plant cell to the other plant cell by going through the cell wall. Here, this is the apoplastic way. Now the other way was the symplastic way, which is where Clarissa went from the cytoplasm here to the other cytoplasm through the plasmodesma.
Here we have a diagram of our root. We can find our CSP, and inside of that we find our Caspian strip. We have our epidermis, our cortex. We have our endodermis, where we can find our endodermal cells. And right here we have the vascular system. Now we're highlighting our Caspian strip today, and the role of our Caspian strip is that it provides an extracellular diffusion barrier within the plant roots. This forces nutrients to pass into the cell, being subjected to the action of the plasma membrane transport proteins. After that, we're going to highlight our endodermis, focusing on our endodermis cells. And the role of that is to help regulate the movement of water, ions, and hormones into and out of the vascular system, which is here.
Whoa. Let me see some identification. Hey. Your friend can. Let me go back.
Osmosis plays an important role in the movement of water into the xylem. Osmosis is the movement of water across a semi-permeable membrane and requires no energy. Osmosis happens when the water moves from a low concentration to a high concentration to reach equilibrium. Plants use osmosis as the primary method of moving water across the plant and into the xylem to be transported.
Role of root pressure. Help to drive fluids upwards in the water-conducting vessels, xylem, by diffusing water from high concentration to low concentration in the leaves. Both cohesion and adhesion are used to move water upwards. Cohesion is the force of attraction between two particles of the same substance, thus explaining a hydrogen bond between two water molecules. The cohesive property causes water to be dragged up the xylem towards the leaves. Adhesion is the force of attraction between the particles of different substances. The xylem walls being polar causes an intermolecular association which helps water molecules move upwards in the xylem through capillary action. Water molecules pull inwards on the xylem walls, causing more tension. Evaporation from mesophyll cells, which are internal ground tissues located between the two epidermal cell layers of the leaves. The leaves produces a negative water molecule gradient that causes water and minerals to move upwards from the roots through the xylem.
Here we have the stomata, and this is the closed and open stomata. And what the stomata does is that it regulates the gas exchange between the plant and its environment, and it also regulates the changes of water loss within the plant. Here we have a drawn out diagram of what the stomata looks like. The role and function of the stomata is to regulate the gas exchange of evaporation looks like. We have our water vapor from our leaf being risen into the air, which is the process of evaporation.